if Genesis is our first book and contribution to the world as a matter of writing, Israel is our creation, and it is both in metaphor and in practice our vehicle to incubate and create and inspire the world with music, with culture, with language, with literature, with symphonies, with inventions, with the passion of our people. We're a passionate people. We're a creative people. We write, we think, we disagree, we schwitz. We are unique, and we refuse to be like everybody else. And throughout history, that has often gotten us into trouble, but it has also created great breakthroughs. It's why we win Nobel Prizes. It's why we get to the top of the class. It's why we aspire for more. And that element of our genetics, that element of our cultural makeup is something that in Israel is for me an opportunity to show the world. And yes, that creates a problem because in the neighborhood where we're in, and we will be, standing out is not viewed positive. And we have lived through periods of being in a demi-status where we were asked to lower our heads, but that is not who we are. We don't lower our heads. We have had tough periods in history. We have learned from that doesn't get us, that does not advance our people. And only when we stand up, and only when we build alliances, and only when we use our network globally, and only when we can defend ourselves, and only when we have all the things that one would need to survive and thrive as a civilization is that possible. So my hope for Israel is not survival, it's thriving. It is doing the things that we are uniquely on a mission to do. We should cure cancer in Israel. We should provide the electrical car that's going to replace the pollution-driven economy that we live in now. We should write operas. We should create poetry and folk music in Yiddish and Ladino and Hebrew that will win Nobel Prizes and that will inspire future generations of Jewish and non-Jewish readers to understand the beauty of our culture, the beauty of what we have to offer. And I see all that happening in Israel today. I see the hope and the reality are not, it's not like, when Yehuda Halevi was dreaming, my heart's in the east and I'm in the west. We're not there. We have advanced our hope and our dream of who we are. And now we have some challenges, and they're real ones. We can't minimize them in any way. But I'm betting on us for the long term. I'm betting on our long-term durability, but again, not only on survival. We as Israel and the Am Yisrael have shown a pretty good track record for the long term, even with the clouds that have emerged in that history. But we're not in this merely for survival. We're in this to advance, and not only ourselves. Our vision is an advancement of the world and of all people, and that is, we can do that from a distinctly Jewish perspective.